Hey, what's going on, guys? Kins here. Last video we did implement our move structure and the add move function intended to populate our move list. So in this video we're gonna be altering our generate moves function so it would be able to store generated moves into the move list. So let's actually go for this, and I just want to go to the very end of my code, and I want to uncomment my generate moves function here. I want to create the move list just right before the moves, before the generated moves, and I want to get rid of this stuff for a while, and I also want to comment this part out at least just for a while. Save. And also, in order to make in order to be able to use this add move function within the generate moves function, I want to replace this. I want to place this just right before the generate moves itself. So going before the generate moves, place, save. Let's see if I didn't ruin anything within the source code. So let's open the terminal in the current working directory, but simply type in make to compile the source. And if it compiles, I just want to run the chess hexadecimal 88 binary executable that should be produced by the compiler. So yeah, it still works, which is a good news. Okay, so let's go here, and now I want to pass my move list to the generate move function, and on the generate move function side we need to add an argument taking this move list as a parameter. So this is the moves type variable pointer to the move list. Save. Let's compile and run to make sure it still works. Okay, so is there any warnings? Are there? No warnings, which is good. So now we want a very essential part to consider. We want to reset move count, and here we can say move list and reference the count variable within the move list and set it equal to 0. Okay. Now also I want to search for my encode move macro that I will be heavily making use of, and just copy this order of setting up the appropriate these arguments set up in the appropriate order. So just want to copy this variable, and now I am searching for generate moves again. Okay, so every time, so now all the print statements would be replaced with this add move function. So at this moment the print statement serves as the placeholders where the add move function should have appeared. So let me just first put this mapping in, and now I can say simply like add move, and it takes the move list as the first argument to point to the move that we're working with now. And also I'll use my not set it already, I have renamed this to encode move macro, and here would be the bunch of parameters. So source square, so this is the square variable, and then we go for target square, so this is the toSquare variable. Okay, and then so as far as this is the pawn promotion, so we need to promote this to queen, rook, bishop, knight, bishop, rook, bishop, and knight respectively. So we are dealing with the white pawns, so I want to promote to white pawn. And now the flag, so it's not a capture, so the capture flag is 0. It's not a pawn promote, it's not a double pawn push, so this flag is 0. It's not a peasant, it's not castling, and like this. Save, make sure that it still compiles and runs. Okay, no warnings, good. So now I want to grab this line and copy this and paste 3 more times. So we have edit move with the promotion to queen, to rook, to bishop, and to knight finally. And from now on we can get rid of our print statements because we don't really need them anymore. Let's compile and run again to make sure it still works. Okay, so the next thing to consider would be to so let me just grab one here, copy, and here I want to append to the move list the one square ahead pawn move. So we got this square for the from square, the target square. Okay, we don't have any promoted piece. This is not a capture, this is not a double pawn push, this is not a peasant capture, and this is not castling move. So this should be literally enough. Okay, and now for 2 squares ahead pawn move. So here let's paste it again. So it's not, so we got from square to square, promoted piece equals to 0. Okay, capture, it's not a capture, but this is the double pawn push, so we need to turn the double pawn push flag on. It's not in peasant, it's not castling. Okay, so save. Let's compile and run again to make sure I didn't ruin anything. Okay, and now let me just grab this. Well, I will take 2 lines, copy, and delete this one. Okay, so now we go into the pawn capture moves. So within the pawn capture moves, every move would have the capture flag being set up. Okay, and we are starting with captures and the promotions at the same time. Okay, so we have this square, 2 square, okay, promoted to queen, which is okay, and also so capture point, so we have this capture flag being enabled. Okay, it's not a double pawn push, not in peasant, not castling. Okay, so just want to copy this and paste, and this would be promoted to white rook, white bishop, and white knight. Okay, make sure it still compiles and runs. Okay, and now we can get rid of the print statements. Save, compile and run. Okay, so the next thing to consider would be the casual capture. So we have the from square, we have the 2 square. We're not promoting anything, but this is still a capture, so capture flag is enabled. Okay, not a double pawn push, not in peasant, not castling. I just want to check that out if I did specify the double pawn push flag. Yeah, I did. Okay, so now we can get rid of this print statement. Save, compile and run. Okay, and here we have in peasant capture, so it's not promoting to anything, it is a capture, and in peasant is one before the last, so like this. So setting both flags, the in peasant, the capture flag, and the in peasant capture flag. Okay, save, and just want to run this to make sure it still works. Okay, seems like okay, and now I grab these 2 lines to go for, yeah, now we will be dealing with the castling moves. Okay, so here paste. So did I remove this? Yeah, I need to remove this line. Save. Okay, so add move. So this is the canceling, right? So from square to square, it's not a promotion, it's definitely not a capture. so the castling is this, it's not double pawn push, not in peasant, but the castling is the very last flag. Okay, so and the same would be for the queen side castling, right? So they should be literally the same. And paste here. Okay, seems like it's working now. So yeah, just compile and run to make sure. Oh my god, what have I done? To square and declared. Oh yeah, that's because obviously it is. So here, yeah, before I delete this, so from square would it be E1, this is hard coded, and to square would it be G1, this is hard coded as well. Yeah, okay, and now here we got this E1 square being hard coded and this C1 square being hard coded as well. Save, let's compile and run. Okay, seems like it's still working. Good. Okay, so let's move on basically. Okay, just want to copy this. Still compiles and runs. Okay, so now we go into the black pieces, so attention please. Paste. Okay, so we have the square as the from square, to square as the target square. We are promoting to black queen and no more flags because this is the quiet pawn promotion, so no capture, no double push, no impeding, no castling. Okay, and now this should be done for every piece. It can promote to, so it can promote to black queen, to black rook, to black bishop, and to black knight. Save. Okay, and let's get rid of this print statements and let's see if it still works. Perfect. Okay, and now yeah, let's try some. So we get from square to square, we're not promoting to anything and we don't have any flags being set up, so it's not a capture, not a double pawn push. You know guys, I'm telling this 1,000 times not for you, I'm telling this for my own self because it's extremely easy to make a mistake and it would be incredibly hard to debug this later on during the perf testing. So just forgive me this because, but I really need to say this so in order to not to miss anything. So no, not promoted piece, not capture, not double push, not impedant, not castling. Okay, save, run. Okay, still compiles and runs. Perfect. And now the double pawn push. Okay, so from square to square, it's not promoted, it's not a capture, but it's a double pawn push. So 1, 2, 3, third from behind. Okay, yeah, perfect. And now we can get rid of this print statement. Save, copy, get rid of this one, and now we go into the black pawn capture moves. So we start with black pawn captures with promotion. Okay, so we are promoting to from square to square, promoting to the queen, and we are having this capture flag. So capture, no pawn double push, no impeding, no castling. Okay, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 piece equals. Okay, just okay. So now the same for other pieces there. So just copy, paste, paste, paste. Okay. So queen, rook, bishop and the knight, and get rid of the print statements. Save. Hope still compiles and runs. Okay. Okay, so now it comes to the casual capture. So no promoted piece, but this is the capture still, right? Hold on a sec, did I give that? Yeah, so it's not in here, but it is in here, and okay. Save, compile and run, okay. No warnings, okay. Paste from to no promoted. This is the capture, and set the in peasant capture. Okay, so 1 2 1 2 in peasant capture. Okay, so now we can get rid of this, and okay, slightly run order, sorry. Can get rid of this one. Let's compile and run, make sure it still works. Okay, and copy, save. Okay, yeah, so this was the most difficult part, because all the rest would be only either captures or non-captures. It's no peasant, no pawn promotions, no castling. It would be after we get done with the king castling, actually. So here, yeah, I thought we already did. Yeah, we didn't do it yet. So from square to square, not promoting anything. It's not a capture. It's not a double pawn push, not in peasant. This is castling. This is castling, baby. Okay, so just want to grab this, copy, save, and the same for this. So from to no promotion. Oh my god, I lost. No capture, no pawn push, no promotion, no capture, no pawn push, no in peasant, but is castling. Okay, save. If it still compiles and runs. Okay, this happens because we need to specify the specific from square and the to square. So yeah, it's too early to get rid of the print statements. Paste. So yeah, both castling flag enabled. So from square would it be E8 hard coded, to square would it be G8 hard coded. Get rid of this, compiles and runs. Yeah, so for the second one as well. So this would be E8 hard coded, this would be C8 hard coded, and save. Okay. Okay, seems like it works. Brilliant. So now grab the line, get rid of this stuff. Okay. So now this seems to be like for the special moves like pawn promotions, castlings, and peasant captures, and yeah, and some various combinations of above of those guys. So now knight moves. Okay, so remember we did this distinguishing between on capture and on empty square, or on quiet move. So this is exactly the reason why we did this, just to distinguish between the flags, between the flags for our moves. So we are starting from the square, which is the from square, and the target square is to square, and and we don't promote anything, and it's not a capture and none of these flags. And save. Let's compile and run to make sure it works. Okay, now literally the same, but here we have this capture flag. So from square to square, not promoting to anything, but the capture flag is being encountered, and from now on this is the only difference that would be right over in here. Okay, so let's get rid of this stuff. So I can no longer probably taking this along with, so we just have this second after 0 either to 1 or 0 if it's quiet move. Okay, copy. So kin moves. So this would be a quiet move. Save. Make sure it still compiles and runs. Okay. And here, place. And oh my god, what have I done? So this is the capture. Okay. This is the capture. This is non-capture. Okay. Oh my god, what have I done? No. So this is non-capture. This is the capture. Okay. Yeah. No more disasters. Yeah, it seems like. Okay, so night moves. On capture, capture flag is enabled. On empty square, it's disabled. Kin moves. On capture, it's enabled. On non-capture, it's disabled. Okay. Save. Make sure it still compiles and runs. Okay. Now let's move to the bishop and queen moves. So hit opponent's piece. This means it's the capture. So here we need to set up the capture flag. Okay. And if hits own piece, we're not adding any moves. Steps into empty square, so this means that the capture flag is being disabled. Okay. Save. Make sure it compiles and runs. And you see like the number of moves being printed is getting reduced because we're replacing those print statements with our add move function. At the very end of this job, it should have disappeared completely, and then we would have been printing them from the move list already to make sure they're still the same. Okay. So the next thing to consider, so we did this for bishop and queens. Now let's go to rook and queens. So hit opponent's piece means it captures, so set up the capture flag. Okay. Save, and steps into the empty square. Capture flag is being disabled. Okay. Save, and make sure it still works, and no moves being printed anymore, which is generally good news. Okay, and now we can just uncomment our loop, and we're gonna be looping over our move list being created. The instance of move list has been created just before generate move function has been called. And we're using this move list count that was incremented along the way during initiating the add move function that has been demonstrated in the previous video. So this move list count would serve us as the range to limit the entire move list. And by the way, every new interaction, the move list would be just reading with different values, and to make sure that we're not going off the limit, we will use the move count again, which is resetted every time the generate move function is called. Is this so? Is move count equals to 0 actually done there? Yeah, it is done, so perfect. Okay guys, so from now on I really hope that this entire move list should have been displayed on the screen. Okay, so save and hold my breath, try to run this. Okay, we got this move list being displayed, but now it's already been displayed from the stored move list. And also we can also print the move count, so to find the total moves number. So total moves is gonna be, so the decimal string formatting and move list, not like this, move list count, and it should be 48, just like we counted this manually. So oh my god, what's gonna run here? Oh, printf, just a typo. Okay, total moves 48, which is absolutely fantastic. So let me just add a couple new lines here and one new line here. Save. Okay guys, so this is very important stuff that we've just done. So we got our move list being populated within the generate move function, which is absolutely essential for the further steps in order to create a chess engine, in order to make it work basically. So the next video would be some sort of a pivot point within the entire tutorial. We would be implementing our make move function and the take back function that would be allowing us to pick up the current given move from the move list and actually make it on board and then just taking it back. That's kinda it. And also it would need to deal with all those move flags we've been specifying so precisely in this video. So as soon as our make move function and the take back functions are about to be implemented, we can already move to the milestone point, to the milestone of the entire chess engine development process, to the perf testing or the performance testing. And that would be the most intriguing and kind of entertaining part of the entire series, because it's always when you're writing a chess engine from scratch, not pre-coded stuff but just the pure live coding, even though I do reference some previous code of mine, still this is the I consider this to be the live coding because I didn't yet write exactly the engine I'm doing now. So I have no idea whether the perf test is about to be passed or not. Well, it never gets passed from the very first attempt, I swear. Only if you just copy paste your previous code that you made sure it works when you've debugged this before, but otherwise it always gets into some sort of a box. But we'll see. So this is it for this video. I hope you learned something interesting out of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, and take care.